think a lot of you expect me to talk about the importance of gender equality, especially how women in the world are suppressed and how we must fight for equal rights. But I'm afraid this is not true, at least partly, because today I'm here to make a confession. I'm not a perfect feminist. I am full of paradox. Being born and raised in Shanghai, I have always lived in a relatively open-minded and progressive environment. I do not encounter serious sexism problems in my life, and at least that is what I believe. Of course, I agree with the notion of gender equality, and I agree that women are born equal to men. But let's just be honest, I hold back every time I meet difficulties. I once took part in a fundraising activity for a local primary school in Tiansu, Ganshui. I went there, and the students and the faculty were very friendly. In order to promote the bonding between the local students and the Shanghai students, the school organized a special session, putting all of us in a classroom and encouraging us to exchange our phone numbers, to exchange our contact details, and become long-lasting friends. I remember looking around the classroom, and I saw this little girl in a blue shirt with big eyes, looking back at me as well. I decided that she will be the friend I'd like to make. I was going to ask for her phone number later, but then a middle-aged teacher stepped into the classroom and shouted at all the girls to go out. I was confused at first, but then the classroom was left full of boys, and the intention was quite clear. She wanted to save the best opportunities for boys. That was my first time encountering injustice in real life. Patriarchy is so powerful that these girls were even deprived of the opportunity to make friends. I knew this wasn't right. But did I shout back at the teacher or do anything to stop the girls from going out of the classroom? No, I didn't. I held back because I wasn't strong enough. I held back because I didn't want to get into trouble. I held back because I didn't want to be called the misfit who misbehaves. Misogyny is a word used to describe the hostility towards hate and hatred toward any women. It's simply because they are women. My life constantly reminds me that I'm living in a misogynistic culture and pushes me to stand out and fight for what I believe in. But the label of feminist always felt like an insult. When I'm called a feminist, what I hear is you're an angry, sexy, man-hating victim lady person. It was an accusation, and there's more than that. I like things with women's feature. I like pink, I like fairy tales, I love wearing dresses. I sometimes listen to music that disgraces and insults women, but they're just too catchy. I hate man stuff. I hate doing all these heavy works. I hate having to use all my strength to carry my suitcase. I hate to pretend that I'm not scared every time a worm appears before my eyes. Realizing all these flaws I have as a woman, I am too embarrassed to call myself a feminist. I fear those unrealistic expectations behind the label. I thought I was not strong enough to deserve to be labeled in this way, so I ran away. But at the same time, I am much more than a woman. I have so many identities that cannot be simply concluded as a girl. I am the daughter of my parents. I am a high school student, and I have so many responsibilities that I cannot overlook. I can never become a perfect feminist because my other identities are bounded to this patriarchal society. Referring back to the theme mirror today, I want us to all look into the mirror and see the full picture of ourselves and embrace our flaws. Admitting our limited ability is not something to be ashamed of, and it is always better to be a bad feminist than no feminist at all. I hope that perhaps one day we will be able to live in a world where feminism is no longer an insult, where we can proudly stand out and defend what we believe in without being blamed. If we want to eliminate the shame that comes with the feminist label, we must start by conquering our inner prejudices ourselves. So if you think that women are born equal to men, that we deserve the same educational opportunities as men do, please make a change to the choices in life. We can always change the TV channel we watch if the show is treating women like a piece of trash. We can always listen to other music that does not objectify women. We can always choose to boycott companies that discriminate against women workers. I would like to say that all of these small changes matter and will eventually make a change to the world we live in. I would like to end my speech with a quote from the book Bad Feminist. I embrace the label of bad feminist because I am human. I am messy. I'm not trying to be an example. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm not trying to say that I have all the answers. I'm not trying to say that I'm right. I'm just trying to support what I believe in, trying to do some good in this world, trying to make some noise with my writing while also being myself. I cannot tell you how freeing it has been to accept this about myself. Thank you.